We are literally standing at the absolute edge of a totally new era, a moment in human history that could completely redefine what it actually means to be intelligent. Behind closed doors at the world's top tech labs, there's this race unfolding at breakneck speed. And the stakes? Well, they're nothing less than the creation of a machine that can reason, learn, and act exactly like a human being. This isn't just science fiction anymore, folks. The countdown has officially started.
Just look at the software we're already using in our daily lives. I mean, it writes our emails, it codes our websites, it generates entire pieces of art from scratch. Now imagine that same system waking up with the ability to actually understand what it's doing. Is artificial general intelligence already closer than we think?
Okay, let's dive into this explainer. Section 1, the AGI countdown. To really understand the massive debate happening right now among top scientists, we first need to map out what's actually being built. So you hear this acronym, AGI, thrown around constantly, right? But let's strip away all that heavy academic jargon. Artificial general intelligence is a theoretical stage where a machine matches human cognitive abilities across the board. It's not just a narrow program that plays a good game of chess or drafts a quick memo. It's a system that can learn a totally new language, solve a highly complex physics problem, and then turn around and tell a joke, all with the exact same fluid understanding as you or me. For researchers, that is the holy grail.
Section 2. The optimistic timeline.
When you actually talk to the engineers, the people in the trenches building these systems, the excitement is just off the charts. Their stance is super clear. The breakthroughs are compounding daily, and we are on an exponential curve toward generalized intelligence. They argue we aren't just taking these slow, linear steps forward anymore. Every new AI model trains the next one, making it faster and way more efficient. It's basically a massive snowball effect, and the momentum is absolutely staggering to witness firsthand.
So how do these optimists see this playing out? Well, they map out the immediate future in these really rapid, sequential steps. Step 1 is happening literally right now, rapid capability leaps, with today's AI already doing things like passing bar exams and complex medical licensing tests. Step 2 is exponential self-learning. That's where AI actually begins improving its own code completely without human intervention. And that leads directly into Step 3, the near-term arrival of AGI. For this camp of experts, AGI isn't some distant sci-fi dream for our grandchildren. It's a practical engineering problem they truly believe they can solve in the very near future.
All right, Section 3, the cautious skeptics.
But hold on a second, because not everybody is buying into this massive hype cycle. We are seeing some incredible tension right now, a really deep divide in the tech world. On one side of the laboratory aisle, you have this huge promise of exponential near-term growth. But on the exact opposite side, highly respected researchers are pushing back hard. They're pointing to major technological brick walls. They argue that to reach true AGI, we don't just need bigger computers or more power. We need decades of fundamental scientific research that, frankly, hasn't even begun yet.
These cautious experts really want us to look behind the curtain. And their main argument? It's that we are totally confusing current pattern-matching algorithms with actual general understanding. This distinction is absolutely crucial when we debate the real boundaries of machine minds. You see, when an AI writes a brilliant essay today, it doesn't actually comprehend the words it's using. It's essentially performing incredibly complex statistical guesswork, just predicting the next logical word in a sequence based on vast oceans of training data. It's a really convincing illusion of intelligence, but it's not the real thing.
Let's actually break down these concrete hurdles blocking the path. First up, there's a complete lack of common sense reasoning. Think about it. A toddler inherently knows that if you drop a glass on concrete, it shatters, right? And AI literally has no idea unless it's been explicitly trained on that exact scenario. Then you have the sheer physical limits. We're talking massive energy requirements that could legitimately drain entire power grids, a literal shortage of human text left on the internet to train these models on, and the very real threat of algorithmic plateaus. That's where simply feeding the machine more data just stops making it any smarter.
And this brilliantly illustrates our next point in Section 4, balancing the predictions.
Synthesizing these two fiercely debating camps gives us a much clearer, non-sensational picture of the actual timeline. On the short end, you've got the optimists banking on just 5 years for massive reality-altering breakthroughs. In the middle, there's a more moderate consensus hovering around the 15-year mark. They're expecting steady progress, but they fully acknowledge those serious roadblocks we just talked about. And then, stretching way out into the future, the cautious skeptics place AGI at 50 or more years away, insisting we need multiple major paradigm shifts before a machine can truly, genuinely think.
This isn't just some minor disagreement over technical details, you know. The scientific community is deeply, deeply divided here. Looking at this breakdown, you've got a large chunk of optimists, an equally prominent slice of cautious researchers, and then a massive portion of experts who are just completely undecided. What this really proves is that anyone claiming to know the exact specific date AGI will arrive is honestly just guessing. The real timeline remains incredibly contested.
Which brings us to Section 5. What is the reality?
So, with literally billions of dollars pouring into this research and daily headlines screaming about an AI revolution, what should you actually take away from all this intense debate? Well, the honest reality is that the actual timeline depends on fundamental scientific breakthroughs we haven't even conceived of yet. The push toward artificial general intelligence is undeniably urgent, incredibly well-funded, and it's moving fast. But predicting a precise arrival date, that remains absolutely impossible right now. We are navigating completely uncharted territory.
Which brings us to the ultimate question, the one we all absolutely need to be asking as this countdown keeps ticking forward. If artificial general intelligence does arrive in our lifetime, are we actually prepared for a machine that truly thinks like us? Let me know your thoughts on this.